speak. Very good. Very good. The way this is going to work, we have 1 minute for introductions and 5 minutes for the candidate to speak. And Bob Platt has agreed to be the timekeeper, so on the 5 minute part, so he's going to give you the high sign. And if you see Bob waving that sign, be aware that I'm going to come a little bit closer.
Now y'all can clap. So yes, my name is Carter Beatty, and I'm managing Rob's campaign. And the reason that I'm up here introducing him right now is because I've been working in Virginia politics for a few years right now, but this will be a first for me in August. I will actually be casting my vote from my house in this district for the candidate for whom I work. That's the first. A lot of absentee little hash marks on my my voter file, but I'm pleased to cast my vote at home this time. So I am here to introduce Rob, and I'm going to do so very, very briefly. The reason that I came back home, besides just getting to sleep in my own bed every night, is that I honestly think that in these two seats that you were just talking about, specifically the 30th, we need somebody who's going to have the passion, the energy. Yes, the breadth and the depth of policy experience is wonderful, but someone who is going to stand up, stick a flag in the ground, and say, we are Democrats. We are Arlington Democrats, and Alexandria Democrats, and Fairfax Democrats, but we are Democrats, Northern Virginia Democrats. And these are the things we stand for, and we are not going to back down. We are not going to be told that we don't have the numbers, and so it doesn't matter what we think. And so I came back to my house in Arlington, all over the district now, of course, to work for this man right here, who's going to tell you more about himself, and to explain to you exactly why the passion and the energy for those things that we're talking about, that we stand for, is very important. So, without further ado, the man you actually want to hear from, Rob Krupicka.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. All right. It is a huge privilege to be in Arlington. And I know enough about Arlington Democrats to know that when you want to run a good, competitive campaign, you need to make sure you get someone who has experience working one of the best Democratic machines in the state, which is why I went and found Carter Beatty, a strong Arlington Democrat who has great campaign experience. I am proud to be a Northern Virginia Democrat. As a member of the Alexandria City Council, I am incredibly enthusiastic about the work we have done as a region to lead this state. I'm proud of the incredible cooperation between Arlington County and Alexandria City on environmental issues. I'm proud of the incredible work we've done on 4 Mile Run to take what is essentially a big, giant drainage ditch and to turn it into an incredible environmental resource with cooperation from the federal government. I am proud of the work we've done to clean up our environment. I've borrowed ideas from Arlington on their environmental work, and I know Arlington's borrowed ideas from Alexandria and the work we've done and that I've had the opportunity to lead. I am especially proud of the incredible cooperation between Arlington and Alexandria and Fairfax to build out the high-capacity mass transit system that we need to guide us into the future, to make our quality of life consistent, to give us a strong, diverse community, and to give us the kind of neighborhoods and places to go that we all value and cherish. I want to tell you a little bit about myself because I know a lot of you don't know who I am, and I want to change that. I'm asking you to let me be a part of your Democratic family, and I think you need to know a little bit about my family. I have a beautiful wife named Lisa, who is the Director for Early Childhood Policy for the New America Foundation. Lisa and I on our first date talked education policy, so you can be sure we keep that going now, and it's a passion of both of ours, and it's something that makes date night a special thing. I have a beautiful daughter named Janelle, who's 9, another daughter named Jillian, who is 7. They both go to Mount Vernon Elementary School in Delray. They both play soccer. They're both avid readers. And my 9-year-old, being a strong campaign supporter, has been a believer that orange is the best color in the world since the day she was born. My 7-year-old, being a little bit more rebellious, has been a believer that purple was the best color in the world from the day she was born. And I'm worried about where that goes when she gets older. She's going to start rebelling now. And for those who don't know, my campaign color is orange. I am fortunate every day to be able to live the life I live. When I was born, my mom was a teenager. My parents got divorced and I got married and divorced really early. And I grew up and didn't get a lot of chances to see my dad. We had some real struggles in my childhood. There were times when we were on food stamps, and there were times when we were wondering how we get from point A to point B. But throughout my childhood, my parents impressed upon me some really basic things. That hard work and a commitment to education can get you anywhere. They made sure I went to preschool. They made sure I studied hard. And despite the fact that neither of them went to college, they made sure that college was always part of my plan for life. That basic idea that no matter where you start in life, you should have the opportunity to fulfill your potential is the reason I'm a public servant. It's the reason for my public service. It's the reason for my commitment to community. Because I believe that as Democrats, the fundamental principle of our party is that no matter where you start in life, no matter what obstacles you have in your way, you should have the right, the opportunity to reach out and grab your dreams. And as I see what's happening in our state, and I see how important it is that Democrats regain the majority in the House and hold on to and strengthen the majority in the Senate, I say to you, we have got to stop playing defense. It is time for the Democratic Party in Virginia to go on the offense. I am running to put the Democratic Party on the offense. We have got to stop the politics of blame that says if you are gay or lesbian, you're part of the problem, you get pushed aside. We've got to stop the politics of blame that says if you're in a union or a teacher or a police officer or a firefighter, you're part of the problem, you get pushed aside. We've got to stop the politics of blame that says if you're an immigrant or different or other or anything else, you are part of the problem, you get pushed aside, you're not part of the solution. Our party has to stand up against that. My campaign is about standing up against that. We repudiate the politics of blame, and we need to replace them with the politics of us, because it's the politics we all practice every day up here in Northern Virginia. It's the politics that says when you get neighbors and friends and PTAs and churches and synagogues and mosques and small businesses around the table together, you can solve any problem. You can solve huge problems. You can solve enormous problems by bringing people together and wrestling it out together, us as a team, as a community. So if you believe like me that Virginia should be the #1 state in the country for education, and we should start by making sure every child starts kindergarten ready to learn, then I ask you to join our campaign and give us a chance. If you believe like me that our hardworking vets who are sacrificing every day for us overseas should come home to a state that has the health care and the jobs and the housing issues that they can be confident in, then I ask you to join our campaign. If you believe like me that the best environmental policy happens at the local level, like the great work happening in Arlington and the great work happening in Alexandria and Fairfax, then I ask you to join this campaign so we have people in Richmond who understand that and will fight for it and will make sure it's a priority. And if you believe like me that our region needs integrated transportation systems to take people from Arlington to Alexandria to Fairfax, and we'll fight for them, and we'll know them at the detailed neighborhood planning level, and we'll articulate them, and we'll make them a #1 priority, then I ask you to join this campaign. I believe that we need new ideas in Richmond. It is time that we go back on the offense, and I'm asking you tonight to join our campaign, and let's go back on the offense, and let's stand up for democratic values. Thank you very much.